Hi everyone! Welcome to the monthly live show. Okay, I'm trying to get the address. Oh, yeah, it's there now. 4 people are already there. Who are you guys? Let me know. One of them must be me, right? Okay, I have to send this live link to some students who are waiting for it. Let me know who's out there, okay? I'm waiting for your introduction. Wow. So we have SaiZZ, 안녕하세요, and KK, 반갑습니다. 율님, 어서 오세요. And Fanan, hello. Hi, yes. And Hien Nguyen is here. Hello, welcome to the show. So as usual, I think a lot of people from Vietnam is logging in, right? Thank you for coming on to the show. Yeah, I promised you guys I'll be here today, which is July 23rd. And, well, right now, the Olympic is doing its opening, so I understand not many people showing up for the show tonight, but you know, I promised that it's gonna be tonight, and we usually do the show at 8 p.m. So I had no choice but to start the show right at this moment. Yeah. Well, it's a lovely evening, but it's too hot in Korea. Normally we go up to around like 38 degrees Celsius, but this week we're reaching all the way high, like the high of I think 40 degrees Celsius. So it's really, really hot. I try not to turn on the AC, even though it's summer, because, you know, like for many reasons, but I had it turned on all day long today. We've been shooting a lot of videos. And oh, by the way, today I have a very important thing to share with you guys. You know, starting August 7th, the test is going to change a little bit, right? We're getting rid of part 5, and you know, there's going to be 2 questions for part 2, which is describing a picture. And with that, the answering time, you know, the preparation time will be the same, which is 45 seconds, but the answering time will be reduced to 30 seconds. Yeah, so a lot of students have been asking me, I don't know how to say an answer within 30 seconds. It's too short. So I'm going to give you some strategies on how you could describe the picture. And we have only 2 weeks remaining now to get ready for the test, the new format. So I'll give you some tips on how to do that, okay? Okay, so yeah. You're watching the Olympics opening ceremony and my live stream show at the same time. Wow, genius. And 김나나님, 오늘 라이브 영상으로 꼭 올려주세요. 네, 오늘 영상으로 꼭 올라갈 거예요. 항상 저희 녹화 영상 남겨두거든요. And Hyun, welcome to the show. 오늘 너무 이쁩니다. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. And yeah, Enoch, Trin, is this how I read your name? Trin? Yes, welcome to the show. And Teiji, yes, Tokyo Olympics. It just started, right? Yeah, I know. But yeah, because of COVID, there's been a lot of controversies, but it has started, and I hope all the athletes there would have a great time. They do fair competitions, and you know, they show their work and, you know, prove their achievements. 보댕보댕님, 안녕하세요. It's been a while. Yes, welcome to the show, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, I thought, you know what? I would have nobody on the show today because of Olympics. Who would have a live show begin at the same time of the Olympics opening? Yeah, but thank you. Thumbs up. Thanks for joining the show. Okay, so yeah, it's been a long day today. We've been shooting some videos. This time it was a Korean video. I was sharing some tips on how to approach the pictures if you're trying to make up 30-second answers. And I'm gonna tell you all about that in English today on this live show. So don't go anywhere. And if you do have to go in the middle of the show, just come back to the channel, and this video will be on the channel, will be posted there. We're not gonna erase it. We're not gonna get rid of it. So you can always come back and always try to have a look at how to approach part 2. Okay, the changed one, from August 7th, we'll be having only 30 seconds for the answering time, right? Okay, all right. So right before the show, I had dinner, so I have the energy now. I am very excited right now, actually. I had something called 족발. 오늘 족발 먹었어요. 족발. So 족발 is pork feet. Yes, pork feet. So a lot of, many parts of the world have something similar, right? In Germany, they have something called Haxen, right? So we have this pork feet, and they broil it, deep in some kind of seasoning, and they slice it, and it's very, very soft. And in Seoul, only in Seoul itself, they have it has 3 very famous these 족발 places, and one of them happens to be in my neighborhood. 여러분 아세요? 영동 족발. It's called 영동 족발. So today, after shooting some videos, we were really, really hungry. So I took my bicycle all the way there, and bonsoir, bonsoir. Good night, good evening. Sorry, not good evening. Good night, good evening. Yes. I went there and to get some of that, and it was really delicious. We finished it in 30 minutes. We were super duper hungry. Okay, Hyun, 1 million students in Vietnam took their final tests, including me. The exams were very easy, so I think I can get good results. Good results. Happy to hear that. 영동 족발, yes, it's really good. It's it's one of the top 3 족발 places in Seoul, and Yeongdong 족발 is in Yangjae. Yes, and it's really good. And when you go there, there's this little street, there's this alley, and this Yeongdong 족발 is so popular. They have 5 stores just in that alley. 1호점, 2호점, 3호점, 4호점, 5호점. They have 5 stores. Gwen's live show is more fun than the Olympics, really? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Teiji. I think that's the best compliment I had this year. Great. Okay. Sai ZZ, I don't know where it is, but if I chance, I will go to eat. Yes, please do. Okay. I can't believe this, COVID is taking over the world again. In Korea, we're in sort of a lockdown where only 2 people can gather for any kind of, meetings or partying or dinner or whatever after 6 p.m. So if you have 3 people together, you cannot go out and have dinner together. Only 2 people. Yeah. So we have to eat at home. We have to stay home all the time. It's half lockdown. Tadashi, I'm gonna answer your question after the show. Okay, I'll send you an Instagram DM. I just realized the opening ceremony is being held now. Yeah, it's being held right now. It is. Okay, so wow, what an opening. I had my opening right at the same time of 2021 Olympics. That's crazy. Hyun, in Korean, there is an exam called 수능, right? Do the Korean students take it? Yeah. All the Korean high school students not have to take it. Some people can go into college in other ways, some on different ways, but most students have to take this test in order to go to the next level high, colleges. My test had been postponed for almost 3 months. So yeah, tests are being postponed. I will take the TOEIC speaking and writing exam on August 8th. Yeah, there's no effect of Corona. I've taken it recently, and right before you go into the test room, they do a lot of checkups. They make you like sanitize your hand, and they check your temperature, and they see if you're covering your mouth correctly. So I think there hasn't been any kind of accidents happening, like any kind of like incidents, spread of the virus happening at the test centers. So I think if there's nothing serious, things would happen. The tests will happen. Situation in Vietnam is also serious now. Yeah, things are getting serious. The good news, everyone, the good news is that not that many people are dying, although the virus is spreading, right? So I think humans are again getting very stronger. They're finding ways. Our body is finding ways to fight against the virus. So yeah, hopefully we all stay healthy, we all stay strong, and defeat this virus. Okay, so today's test is coming from last weekend. I worked really diligently this week to show you guys what the test was like last weekend, okay? And today, I'm going to cover up the test in the original format, because until this weekend we'll be taking the tests in original format, which is only one question for part 2, and the answering time for part 2, the describing the picture part, will be 45 seconds. So that's how I'm gonna do it, and we will still deal with part 5 because this weekend we'll be having part 5, and some of my students will be taking tests for this weekend. So I'll be talking about that. Oh, sorry, I forgot to send a link to one of my other students. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I sent it to her. Yeah, she's supposed to take the test this weekend. All right, so guys, have a look at this passage. So I would say about 50%, I think more than that, like 70% of the words here, this appeared on the actual test, okay? Of course, I paraphrased it a little bit because I'm not supposed to use exact same passage, but like 70%, I assure you, 70% of the words appeared on the test, on the actual test, okay? So some of these words could be tricky to read, but yeah, it's as the test. It's just as the test. All right, so let me read it for you first, and we'll talk about how to pronounce some words. Okay. Are you looking for a furniture store that has everything you need? Then come to Brooklyn Furniture Outlet, where you can find the perfect piece of furniture for your space. This Saturday and Sunday only, we are offering a big discount on all our sofas, chairs, and cabinets. To take advantage of this sale event, visit our store this weekend. Okay, so we see some words that we see all the time, normally an advertisement will start with a question saying, are you looking for, are you in need of something, are you looking for? So it's a typical advertisement, and this is a furniture store advertisement. And we've noticed that the name of this furniture store is Brooklyn Furniture Outlet. It's Brooklyn Furniture Outlet. That's the name of the store. And, on this Saturday and Sunday, they're having this big discount sale. Discount. We see this word also all the time. Discount. And the 3 words are sofas, chairs, cabinets. Okay, so whenever you see these 3 words in order, you must try to use the intonation difference. You must try to make different intonations for different part of that sentence, showing that it hasn't ended yet. So sofas, chairs, and cabinets. And of course, at the end of the sentence, you have to fall down. Your intonation has to go down. And to take advantage, the word advantage might be a little tricky. It's advantage. Teji, make sure to say the right intonation. It's advantage, advantage. Hi, Subin. Okay, we just started. Okay, so to take advantage of this sale event, visit our store this weekend. Okay, so If you have any other words that you want me to pronounce, let me know. But I think most of these words are not should be very familiar if you have been taking TOEIC speaking or preparing TOEIC speaking for a while. The words sofas, chairs, cabinets, just be sure that you don't leave out those S's at the end of those words, okay? Other than that, I think, Brooklyn Furniture Outlet. Brooklyn, make sure you put your lips together. Brooklyn Furniture Outlet. Outlet. Okay, how can you pronounce take advantage of? Okay, so you can make the hard T sound. Hello, Rami. Welcome to the show. You can say advantage. Take advantage. So to take advantage of the sale event. To take advantage. Can you hear that T sound? To take advantage of the sale event. But you can also make that T a little bit smoother, more like an N sound. So it will sound like to take advantage. Yeah, this is when your tongue gets a little lazy and you say to take advantage of this sale event. To take advantage of this sale event. Okay, so there are two ways to pronounce this word. Advantage or advantage. Advantage. Guys, try to repeat after me 3 times in a row. Then you will see the difference. Advantage, and advantage. Yeah, the second way is much smoother. All right. Okay, so other than that, I think it's quite easy, right? It's an easy passage. It's easy peasy. So I'll read it again for you. Are you looking for a furniture store that has everything you need? Then come to Brooklyn Furniture Outlet where you can find the perfect piece of furniture for your space. This Saturday and Sunday only, we are offering a big discount on all our sofas, chairs, and cabinets. To take advantage of this sale event, visit our store this weekend. Okay. Okay. 김세우님, advantage는요. advantage. No, you can't say advantage. It's advantage. You don't say advantage, okay? Because there's no stress on the last A. So you have to say advantage or advantage, okay? That last A should sound more like an I. Advantage or advantage. Okay? I hope you get that right. All right. Good. That was a good warm-up. Guys, when you're watching the show, our whole purpose is to get ready for a speaking test, right? So try to repeat and try to practice on your own in front of the screen. Don't think about what others would think about you in your house, or try to be in a space where you're alone so you can practice aloud and you can talk in front of the screen, okay? All right, now the second passage is about sports, and it's about sports. Okay, well actually, if it wasn't for the Olympics, I was planning to go to Tokyo for the Olympics. Yeah, if it wasn't for COVID, If it wasn't for COVID, I was gonna go to Tokyo, yeah. It's been almost like 2 years since I last been to Tokyo. I had a great time in Ginza. Wow. Time flies. Even in the time of COVID, time flies. Can't believe we've been in this situation for almost a year and 7 months. Crazy. I've gotten 2 years older. That's the saddest part, you know. I've done nothing and I became 2 years older. So sad. Not only me, you guys are all 2 years older now. Compared to 2 years ago, before this whole thing started. Okay, so this is the second passage. I'll read it for you guys. Next, on sports news, we have invited the world-famous female athlete Linda Higgins. In her latest article, she has discussed what a true sportsmanship is and how it should be shown through fairness, ethics, and respect. Please welcome Ms. Higgins, who is here today to join us live at the studio. Whoops, there's a typo. So, on the very last line, in the very last sentence, on the very last line, it should be to join us. It shouldn't be to joined us, okay? There should be no ed at the end. Sorry, it's my mistake. So it's please welcome Ms. Higgins, who is here today to join us. It's got to be the original form of that verb, to join us live at the studio. Okay? All right, let's cheer for Vietnam and Team Korea. Yeah, let's cheer for all the teams out there. Yeah, all the athletes. Yeah, they're there despite the COVID threat. Yeah, you know, they've been practicing so hard for the last 4 years. I understand them why they had to go there, even though the COVID is like, you know, going crazy right now. But they've been trying really hard for the last 4 years. I mean, they deserve to have their own time to perform their, you know, performance. We should cheer for every one of them. Yes. If I don't know the name of someone, what should I do? Here's a way I always tell my students, okay? You know, there are sometimes these names. Like for this one, 안녕 하늘, hi. Okay, for this passage, it is Linda Higgins, right? Linda Higgins. The word Linda isn't so hard, right, to guess the pronunciation. That's true. But and also Higgins is not that so hard. But some names could be hard, right? So I tell my students not knowing how to pronounce the name correctly is not a big problem. Like Ngok Chen, I see your name here on the chat room, in the chat room, but actually I do not know if I am pronouncing your name right? In case of Fan An or Fan An, I do not know if I am making the right sound of your name, but I'm trying my best to pronounce your names, okay? So I see some of your names here, like Hien Nguyen. Is that how I say it? Or Fan An, or Hien Nguyen. Is that how I say it? I'm not sure, but I'm trying my best. Do you understand what I mean? So you guys are using alphabet to, you know, express the sound of your original, like, native names, right? So I try my best. That's what you should do. Just try your best to, you know, read those names. Because if you are studying English, you should know which alphabets make which sound, right? So try to just, like, you know, guess your best and try to read the names, okay? But other than the names, you should be able to know. You should be able to know how to make the right sound. For example, the words like invited. It has the second syllable stress. It's not invited, it's invited. Okay? And the word athlete. A lot of Koreans have a very hard time. I believe like a lot of Japanese might have a hard time because it's the TH sound. And we Koreans and Japanese people do not know how to make the right TH sound in most cases. So it's not athlete. Teji, remember, it's not athlete, it's athlete. Athlete. You have to stick out your tongue. You should be able to see your tongue from the, you know, front. Athlete, like me, athlete. Okay? And Linda Higgins. And the words like latest article. So it's okay to say article, but, you know, it's more natural to say article. All right. And the words sportsmanship. This is really hard because there's S in the middle, so it's sportsmanship. The word fairness has the first syllable stress. Ethics. Some of you might haven't seen this word, you know, ethics. It's ethics. It's the first syllable stress. And respect. This is a second syllable stress. Respect. And lastly, the word studio. Okay? A lot of Koreans, I know you would say studio, but you have to know the difference between T, the alphabet T, and Korean tigut. They're different, okay? So it's studio. Okay, so yeah, KB, yeah, I'm trying to read your names. as best as I can. Yeah. Quay. I watch your live stream as soon as there is a notification. Thank you. Thank you for following and click the notification bell so you won't miss any, episode or any live shows. And Chin, yes, I understood. Thanks a lot, teacher. Yeah, just try your best, okay? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, but I'm talking about you, right? Okay, so let me read this passage for you guys. Next, on sports news, we have invited the world-famous female athlete Linda. Sorry, I'm going to read that again. I don't like that sound, the sound of Linda. Next on sports news, we have invited the world-famous female athlete Linda Higgins. In her latest article, she has discussed what a true sportsmanship is and how it should be shown through fairness, ethics, and respect. Please welcome Ms. Higgins, who is here today to join us live at the studio. And again, guys, it's not joined. Please forget about that ED at the end of the word joined. Okay, it's just join. Hi, Poo. Hello, welcome to the show. Cute little chick. And Hyokdol, welcome to the show. Okay. Oh, today, later, right now, for part 2, I'm going to talk about how we should prepare for the 30-second answers, okay? Stay tuned, everybody. I have a very important thing to talk about for part 2, the new part 2, okay? All right, so right now what you should be doing is look at this picture here and try to type in some words that you might use in your answer, okay? What would you say? What words would you use in your answers? Let me know. I'll be using those words, okay? I'll be using those words to describe this picture. So share them with me. Good. Gosh, it's so hot. Even now, it's 8:30 and it's still hot. Crazy. Ooh, okay. So I have ice water. I see no words here, guys. You gotta help me out. This is why it's a live show. You guys have to communicate with me. You guys have to show me what words you guys are thinking about when you see this picture instantly. Today, I'm going to describe this picture for 45 seconds for those of you who are taking this weekend's test and 30 seconds for those of you who are getting ready for the upcoming test, the new one. Oh, Tutu, hello. I'm also a TOEIC trainer in Vietnam. I just want to send my sincere thanks to you. Thanks to you, I have lots of tests to share with my students. I'm very happy that our content is being useful for a lot of people out there. Yeah, we create them for, to share them. And I, remake those questions after the test because I don't just want to share them with my students, but I want to share them with the world. I don't know if ETS likes it or not, but whatever. I would like to share with them, okay? And I'm not charging you guys, so feel free to share them with everyone out there, okay? Throng Pham Thi Huai. Throng Pham Thi Huai. Maybe in the airport. Lucy, suitcases, yes. Koreans, you guys say kerio. That's wrong, okay? Kerio. No, it's suitcases. Lucy got that right. Ivy Shing, they are in the airport. That's correct, I suppose. I also agree with you. It looks like an airport. They're walking side by side. Lucy, you got that right. They look happy. Okay. Ivy, if you're going to use they as the subject, it's got to be they look happy, right? But if you're going to say she looks happy or he looks happy, then there's got to be that S behind the word look. Holding a cup, that's right. Looking at each other. Lucy, make sure you don't leave out that word, the preposition. It's looking at each other. Hien, airport, a couple pushing a cart with some luggage. Okay. Hien, holding cups of coffee, that's great. The only problem I have here is luggage is an uncountable noun. So you have to say some luggage, not some luggages. Okay, no S there, no S. It's an uncountable noun. You can say some bags or some suitcases, but luggage and the word baggage, they're uncountable. I know, English language is weird, but some words are uncountable and some words are. So, yeah. And Hyokdol, oh, I really like your name. It's really cute. Hyokdol. cute. I think this picture was taken in an airport and there are two people. They're talking to each other. He's pushing a cart with suitcases, maybe plural, and holding a cup. Good. Rami. This is a picture taken at an airport and there are two people. On the left side of the picture, there are two people and both of them are walking and looking at. Rami, Lucy, make sure to remember it's looking at each other. And they're holding cups, right? Holding a cup of coffee, holding cups. They're wearing casual clothes. Okay, this is a picture taken at the lounge of airport. Teji, that's very precise. That is very precise. Well done. Rami cups has a beard. And beard is countable. That's really weird, isn't it? Beard is countable, but hair is uncountable. So you have to say he has a beard. But it doesn't really matter that much. He is carrying a headset around his, oh yeah, you can say he's wearing. He's not carrying, but he's wearing a headset around his neck. Next to him, there's a woman. She has long hair, and she's holding a hat. Lucy part, stroller, cart. It's better to say cart. Yeah, we call that a cart. I think these picture, not these picture, size easy, it's this picture, right? It's not many pictures, it's just this picture. And there are two people and they look so happy, right? Pushing two pieces of luggage on the cart. And actually, the man is pushing a cart with two pieces of luggage, right? He's pushing a cart. Actually, the thing that he's pushing right now is pushing a cart. 하늘, they're holding cups of coffee. Not all cups of coffee, but they're holding cups of coffee. You have to leave out the A in front of the cups. And yeah, I think we covered up most expressions there. Hyun, there's a couple going together, or you could say walking together. Good job. The man looks very tall, indeed, and has a beard. He is wearing. Now, let's make it into a present continuous instead of present tense. Because when you say he wears a blue shirt, it means that he always wears blue shirt, okay? When you're using the present tense, then you're saying something that happens all the time, that happens repeatedly, okay? So he wears a blue shirt means that he's wearing blue shirt yesterday, he's wearing blue shirt today, he's wearing blue shirt tomorrow. He's a guy who always wears a blue shirt. But right now, only in this picture, we would have to say he is wearing a blue shirt. Hyun, do you understand that? Okay, it's present continuous, not present tense. Okay, and one hand is holding a cup and the other hand is pushing the, okay, good. Hyun, next to him there's a beautiful woman. She has straight hair and she's wearing a vertical striped shirt and blue jeans. You're being really, really precise. Then there are lots of people passing by. Maybe they're going somewhere. Good job. Sai, right, this. They're facing, oh, Yulnim, it's not they are facing two, but it's they are facing each other. Okay, so let me type it for you. It's gotta be they are facing each other, or they are, oh, somebody says side by side, right? Walking side by side. I just typed those two sentences, okay? So guys, remember, they're facing each other, not facing at, they're facing each other, or they are walking side by side, shoulder to shoulder, side by side, okay? Good. All right, now this is the moment, okay? All right, I'm going to describe this picture in 45 seconds. Traditionally, we've been doing it for 45 seconds. For the last, let's see, it's the TOEIC speaking test started 2006. That's when I started my career as a teacher. So it's been how many years? 2021. So it's been almost like 15 years. Yeah, we've been describing this picture for 45 seconds. Now, let me do it in 45 seconds, okay? This is a picture taken at an airport lounge, and there are many people in this picture. On the left side of the picture, there are two people, and they look like a couple. One of them is a man, of course. He has a beard and he's wearing a blue shirt. He's holding a cup and pushing a cart. And there are some suitcases on that cart. Next to him, there's a beautiful woman. She has long hair and she's wearing jeans. She's also holding a cup. They're looking at each other and walking side by side. In the background of the picture, I can see some people. Some of them are sitting down and some of them are just passing by. And maybe they're waiting for their planes. And I think these people are going somewhere. Okay, so if you are talking about this picture for 45 seconds, then I think we have so many things to talk about, right? We have so many things to talk about here on the left side, in the background, and everything, yeah. Oh, and I said something like, they look like a couple. Yeah. 12번째 초밥님, 영어로만 소통 중이신 건가요? 한국어를 제가 가끔 이렇게 쓰긴 하는데 기본적으로는 영어를 쓰고 있어요. 하지만 제가 편하게 쉬운 영어를 쓰니까 천천히 듣다 보면 아마 이해하실 수 있을 거예요. Yeah, I was explaining to one of the person up there why I was like talking in English. And you guys know I use very easy language, right? I try to speak, I would say slowly. I hope I'm speaking slow enough for you guys to understand. And I never use, complicated or sentences or hard words. So I'm trying to speak as easy as possible so all of you could understand my show. So don't worry. I'm pretty sure if you're at the level of preparing for TOEIC speaking, you should be able to understand what I say on the show live in English. Yeah, I normally speak faster. Okay. Taiji, I like the sentence where you say they are about to leave the airport because they can't bring. Oh yeah, we can assume because they can't carry those cups of coffee onto the plane, right? So maybe they're just leaving. Or maybe just they're waiting for their flights. That could be one. I just found that this picture is really new since he had Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, he's wearing wireless headphones. Yes, he's wearing wireless headphones. So yeah, I guess this picture was taken relatively new. Yes, yeah. I've been telling you guys, we actually download these pictures by purchasing them on Shutterstock. There's a website called Shutterstock. I have a monthly membership. I pay $30-something a month. That's about like $35, $39 a month. And I pay these pictures. I pay for these pictures because I don't want to steal somebody else's work, right? So I'm sharing this with other people out there. So I'm paying for these pictures and I'm sharing them with you. Yeah. So I guess the artist took this picture relatively recently. Okay, now, this is the thing. Okay, hold on. Okay. Now, listen up, guys. Some of you might be taking the test on August 7th, starting August 7th, right? And starting August 7th, the format of part 2 will totally change for TOEIC speaking. So they're going to give you 45 seconds of preparation time, but they're going to reduce the answering time to 30 seconds. Now, this is a big change because for the last 15, almost 16 years, we've been describing the pictures on TOEIC Speaking Part 2 for 45 seconds. So it was good enough time to talk about this and that and everything about the picture. But now 30 seconds is quite short. And I've been practicing with some of my students and it turns out like most of my students are confused and they're having a hard time to fit in everything they want to say in that 30 seconds. So good part is his part. The good news is I came up with a solution, okay? So I'm going to give you 2 strategies. Now, strategy number 1, strategy number 1 is for the pictures with 3 or less than 3 numbers of people, okay? So if there are 3 or less people in a picture, you use this strategy. And that is, first of all, you always talk about where this picture was taken and how many people are there. But when you go into each of the individuals there on the picture, you would first talk about the location. You always talk about the location of the person you're describing. And secondly, what they look like what his or her hair color is, the length of the hair is, what they are wearing. Talk about one thing about their appearance. It doesn't have to be two, it just has to be one, okay? You can just talk about one thing about their appearance. And lastly, always don't forget to talk about their actions, okay? Because verbs, actions, when you're describing their actions, that's the part where it gets you more points, okay? So for instance, the guy on the left side, look at the guy on the left side. Even if I don't say guy, if I just say person on the left side, you know that I'm talking about that man, right? So the man has short hair, right? He has sort of like wavy hair. It's not curly, but I would say it's wavy. And he's wearing brown shirt. So you can say both, but if you're a slow speaker, just talk about one. And then the action. The action goes like he's standing in front of a copy machine. Or you could say he's making some copies. He's making some copies. Okay? TOEIC loves this word copy, because they want you to know the difference between coffee. I drink a cup of coffee. Or he's making some copies. He's making some copies. Okay? So I always show my students from the side the difference between coffee and copy is coffee. But copy. So the word copy, when I say that word copy, I open up my jaws more, right? Copy, or coffee. Okay, so anyway, the location, his looks, appearance, and about his actions. All right, and let's talk about the person on the right side or the person in the background. That is her location. So that's first her location, and then about her appearance, it would be either she has blonde hair or you could say she's wearing a black shirt. You can say both if you're a fast speaker. You can say just one if you're a slow speaker, okay? And what is she doing? This is the most important part. I emphasize again, you have to talk about the actions. She is sitting down, right? She is using a laptop computer. You can just say computer. Or she is typing on a keyboard, or she is looking at her computer. There are many verbs to talk about her actions, okay? So you can say all four, but you wouldn't have enough time, okay? In case of 30 seconds, you wouldn't have enough time. So one verb or maybe two would be just fine. And if you have time remaining, let's say like 5 to 7 seconds, you can talk about the bookshelf, the shelf behind her, but also talk about the location. Behind her, I can see a bookshelf, okay? And around the time when there's only 3 seconds remaining on the screen, say maybe they're busy, and give an ending, give a closure to your answer, okay? So this is a strategy. This is the strategy I'm telling you when there are 3 or less people in the picture, okay? Always talk about the person's location or the thing's location and about the appearance and about the action. You can talk about one, okay? All right, so I will show you how I do this one in 30 seconds. This is a picture taken in an office, and there are 2 people in this picture. On the left side of the picture, there's a man. He has short hair and he's wearing a brown shirt. He is standing and making some copies. On the right side of the picture, there's a woman. She has blonde hair and she is sitting down and using a laptop computer. Behind her, I can see a bookshelf, and maybe they are busy. Okay, so this is how you make a 30-second answer for a picture with 3 or less number of people. Okay? Now, moving on to something like this. Now, we don't always see a picture with, just few number of people. We sometimes see some, pictures with many numbers of people. So I brought this one because this kind of like scene, people with suitcases, appeared a lot recently. And there are 5 people in this picture, right? So it's not like many numbers of people, but it's still a lot for 30 seconds. And some people might say, oh, teacher, 30 seconds is not enough time to talk about everyone there, talk about everything on the picture. I don't think I can do it. Well, there is a way to do it, okay? Now, when you see a picture with 4 or more people, then this is what you do. You have to sort of like dissect the picture. You have to, split them into parts. And in this case, I would split this picture into 2 parts. Left side, right side, right? I would go with like similar locations. Like this location here, like left side of the picture, 3 people are standing together, right? So I would put that into one part. And this side here, is the right side of the picture, right? And these 2 people are, in the same area, right? There. So that's like the other part. So there are 2 sections. And I would talk about the left side, and then I would talk about the right side. But when you are describing a picture with many people, even more than this picture, then you would always have to use the expressions like all of them are, some of them are, 2 of them are, most of them are, and 1 of them is. Okay? All right, now I'm going to show you. Let's talk about the left side first. When I say on the left side of the picture, there are 3 people. All of them are standing in line. 1 of them is wearing a dress. 1 of them is standing and holding something. And 1 of them has white hair. Okay, so I talked about them all at the same time. And what I did was I said all of them are standing in line. Okay, so this one sentence shows what they're doing. Actually, I talked about their action in 1 sentence. So there's not many more to say. But I said something like 1 of them is wearing a dress, which I'm talking about is the woman. And 1 of them is wearing jeans. And 1 of them has white hair, the old guy in the back, right? So you talk about 1 per person. You can't say anything more because we don't have time. Now let's move on to the right side. 2 people, right? There are 2 people. Now, both of them are wearing uniforms and helping others, okay? So I talked about 2 things about these 2 people. Both of them are wearing uniforms and helping people. Okay. So if you use this right, you can talk about whichever number of people like are in the picture is in the picture. It wouldn't matter to you. It wouldn't matter. Okay. So I will show you how I do it. This is a picture taken inside a building, and there are 5 people in this picture. On the left side of the picture, there are 3 people, and all of them are standing in line. 1 of them is wearing a dress, she is holding a blue suitcase, 1 of them is wearing jeans, and 1 of them has white hair. On the right side of the picture, there are 2 people, and both of them are wearing uniforms and helping others. Maybe people are busy. Okay, so I was able to describe this picture in 30 seconds. I was able to. All right, so guys, this is how you do it. We've got only 30 seconds now to describe a picture, and you gotta have a strategy, okay? Now, we do not have much time to talk about the background. Yeah, 30 seconds is a very short period of time. So just focus on people. Just focus on the people. Talk about their appearance, just one thing, and move on to whatever they're doing, their actions. Use the verbs. That's where the points happen. Okay, brown sweater. Yes, she's typing on a laptop computer, and it's a counter. You can say the thing on the right side was a counter, in fact. Yeah, indeed, it was a counter. Tadashi, so you think it's better to wrap up your speech by saying something like maybe they're busy? Yeah, if you can, but normally I've tested a lot with my students for the last 1 month, and it seems like they really don't have enough time to give a wrap up. Yeah, so if you can't, I'd rather say you really don't have to, but just there are some very simple ways to wrap up a picture. You would say maybe they are busy. Most cases when they're working, right? And maybe they are having a good time. Most cases for ETS questions. And maybe for people in the streets, they are going somewhere would be a good wrap up. Yeah, other than that, I don't think it's really necessary to talk about it at the end of the picture description because you don't have enough time. Sai ZZ, Gwen, I have a question. It is also okay. There are queuing up, yeah, online, queuing up the line, queuing the line, yes. And Pablo, many thanks for your useful advice and suggestions for the I am taking it next month. Hope to reach C1 level. I hope so too. I pray for you. Okay. All right, so this is the way to go for 30-second answer. Now, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below on this video and I will gladly reply to those comments, okay? All right, now let's move on to, you think it's really astonishing, surprising to see me talk within 30 seconds, but actually it's possible. Oh, yeah. Let's go back to this picture here. Now, here's a picture with 2 people, but actually there are more people in the background, right? And if we were to talk about those people in the background, then I would start in the beginning that there are many people in this picture. So if I am to describe this picture within 30 seconds, I would group them into 2 groups. One on the left side, the couple, and the other in the background. The others in the background. And this is how I will do it. This is a picture taken at an airport, and there are many people in this picture. On the left side of the picture, there are 2 people, and they look like a couple. Both of them are holding cups. One of them is pushing a cart, and they are looking at each other. In the background of the picture, there are many people. Some of them are sitting down, and some of them are passing by. And on the right side, I can see some vending machines, and maybe people are going somewhere. Wow, actually, I had too much time. All right, so the manager here says, please press the like button, okay? And subscribe and press the notification bell so you get notification whenever there's a live show or a video, okay? Press like, please, press likes. All right, so that's how you do it. We're done with part 2, and moving on to part 3. And this time the topic was online games, playing online games. All right, so now I've been thinking this year has been so boring for not only me, but for all of us, right? So I've been planning my Halloween. Okay, my Halloween. Let's see when the Halloween is this year. This year, the Halloween's gonna be October 31st, Sunday. Okay, so my Halloween is gonna be a show on my channel, and I'm going to dress up as Gwen, the character Gwen in the online game called League of Legends. Have you guys seen that lady? Seen that girl? Yeah, her name is Gwen. And these days, if you look up the word Gwen on YouTube, you would rarely find my videos because of her. Because she's so popular, she's so famous all around the world. She's there. She's like this lady. It's just this girl with blue hair, and she cuts things with scissors. I'm gonna dress up like her. I'm gonna dress up like her for the Halloween. Yeah, you'll see me, Gwen, dressed up in Gwen for the Halloween. Look forward to that. I'm gonna surprise you guys. Okay, so talking about playing online games. I don't have time to play online games. I work all the time, constantly. If I'm not working, I'd rather be like meeting my friends in person, like socializing with people. I wouldn't play online games, but I used to play online games, like very simple ones, like Tetris. But no, I don't play online games. But I'm planning to learn how to play the League of Legends, yeah, because it seems like a lot of people are enjoying it. But anyway, So the questions are about playing online games, and I have actually nothing to say about these questions, but I will say the answers as if I'm really playing some online games. Because if you say, no, I don't play online games, then you actually don't have much to say, okay? So it's better to pretend that you like to play online games, and you do, and you did, and you have the experience. It's just like that, okay? Just pretend you know what to say, or you have something to say, okay? Hien, when I see online games, I remember Faker first. Yeah, Faker is very, very famous, isn't he? I know. Such a famous Korean. One of the most famous Koreans these days. And Ngok Trin, do you think the picture number 2 will be more difficult? I would say it depends. You know, like for a picture like this, you don't see many things going on, so hopefully most of you would be able to finish saying everything in 30 seconds, but picture like this one, there are a lot of things going on, so maybe it would be a little too tight to fit everything within 30 seconds. But, you know, when I did it, I had enough time, right? So if you guys practice, I'm pretty sure you guys would be able to do it too. I played online games with my friends when I was a student, but now I don't have too much time to play it. Me too, me neither. So that's the first question. When was the last time you played an online game, and what did you play? When was the last time? What did you play? Okay, right. So I would say I play League of Legends with my friends and sometimes on weekends because I want to get rid of stress. Like, that's the thing I always go with. Get rid of stress or relieve stress, right? Share your answers with me. What would you guys say to this question? Oh, for those of you who are new, you get 3 seconds of preparation time, which I know is not long enough, but still, it's better than nothing, right? So you get 3 seconds of preparation time. You think for 3 seconds and then you say, I need to type the Gwen TV to find what I need. Otherwise, it will show the girl who you just talked about. I know, that blue-haired girl. She's so famous. I can't defeat her. So I'll just go play along with her. Yeah, the blue-haired girl. 혁돌. The last time I played an online game was last weekend. I did play League of Legends. 혁돌, you have to say I played. It's a play with ed. That's the past tense, not did play. So you have to say I played League of Legends. Okay, I played League of Legends. Good. All right. Yes, it's really hard to find our channel these days. I know. Yul, the last time I played an online game was last month. I did a game called, let's say I played a game called LOL, League of Legends. Yeah, I think that's one of the most popular games these days, League of Legends. And I usually play Monopoly with my friend last week. And when you played it last week, you have to say it in past tense, which is played. But don't say usually, because usually is an adverb that goes with present tense, right? And right now we're talking about one incident, one time happening, which happened last week. So you have to say, I played Monopoly. But actually, Monopoly is a board game. It's not an online game, isn't it? They have an online version of Monopoly? Wow. We joined it, we played it at the birthday party. Played the Fortnite 3. Fortnite, yeah, I heard about that game too. Fortnite, yeah. If you have a game, the actual name of it, I mean, a lot of people play video games or online games these days. Talk about it. Good. All right. And for this question, I would say last night I played an online game called League of Legends. I love this game. It's quite complicated. You have to think. You need strategies, but it's really fun. I played it with my friends and it was great. Okay, so notice how I use short sentences, but many of them. I think I said like 5 or maybe 6 sentences, right? And I said a lot. I don't play games, yeah. I can't tell you the last time I played it. Okay, and Gok-Trin, if you say, I don't play online games, there's a problem because the following questions would keep on asking you about online games. And you would have to keep avoiding, saying something about online games because you already told the person, the rater, that you have no experience of playing online games. So it's better to go with the affirmative than the negative answers, okay? Just confirm that you did something, you do something, and you go with those questions. Don't deny, don't say no, don't say negative answers, then you wouldn't have much to say. That's the tip that I would like to give you. But it's okay to say that. It's okay to be honest. As long as you can say a lot for the other remaining questions, okay? Yeah, you're right. Use your imagination. Use your imagination. 상덕님, 문상덕님, the last time I played an online game was yesterday. I played simulation game Tilted Minecraft. It's enjoyable. Okay. And Pablo, last time I played an online game was a few months ago. Now, guys, last time, you really don't have to say last time. You really don't have to say the word last time. You can just say, I played an online game a few months ago, okay? And I don't usually play online games as I am mostly busy at the office. I remember I played the rainbow game with... Yeah, I tell you guys to use the word rainbow all the time, right? Well, okay. Use your imagination. Create something. Come up with something, guys. Be creative, okay? Yun-Yun-Nim, the last time I played an online game was last week. See, you don't necessarily have to say the last time. You can just say, I played an online game last week. That's simple and that's good enough. And I usually played a game called Kart Rider. It was fun and enjoyable. I played a game called... 상덕님, you wouldn't say titled. You would say, I played a game called, C-A-L-L-E-D. I played a game called something something. Okay? All right, good. I would say everything seemed fine. And the second question, do you prefer to play online games alone or with others? See? This is what happens. After answering the first question, there comes the second question related to, actually playing the online game. So if you had said, oh, I don't play something like that, I'm so busy, then you have nothing to say for the second question. That's why I always tell you guys to go, just accept the fact that you're doing something for the sake of this test, okay? Just say, yeah, I play online game. It's fun. I play something called Rainbow Game and it's so exciting. And the answer would be, for me, it depends. I like the phrase, it depends on the situation. In Korean, it's 그때그때마다 달라요. It depends on the situation. Let me write that for you guys. It depends on the situation. Shortly, you can just say it depends. A lot of natives would just say it depends. It depends. It depends. Instead of saying it depends on the situation, you could just say it depends shortly. Because again, 15 seconds is not long. So you can say, it depends. When my friends have time, we play online games together. But when they're busy, I just play it alone. Right? So that's how I would put it. Let me see what you guys would say. Yeah. You can choose either one of them, okay? You don't necessarily have to say it depends. You can just choose one, the one that you prefer. This water is so cold and refreshing. I have ice inside. It's cooling my body temperature down. It's really good. So good. So refreshing. Goody goody. Waiting for your suggestion, guys. You guys still thinking what to say? No problem. I got lots of time tonight. 혁돌, I prefer to play online games. Okay, it's got to be plural with others because I can have a good time with others. I loved your answer. 혁돌, that's good. 태지, I prefer to play online games. Again, there's got to be an online game or you have to say online games. Okay, it's a countable noun. I enjoy playing baseball games against my team and my friend's team. Okay, I enjoy playing online baseball games against my friend's team. Not against my team. Against my friend's team. Right, Teji? Sai Zizi, I prefer to play online games with my friends because we can chat and laugh while playing games, so we can spend a lovely time. Great, lovely answer. And you, it depends on the situation, but personally I prefer to play online games with my friends. It's more fun and exciting. That was a perfect answer. Nothing to add, nothing to get rid of. Great. And Pablo, well, I mostly play online games with friends when we have enough time, free time. But if we can't meet each other, I play alone. Okay, if we can't meet each other, okay, not others. You don't have to put an apostrophe s there, okay? So you just say if we can't meet each other. Good. Hyun, I prefer to play online games with others, especially with my friends, because it is very fun and competitive. Also, you will never feel bored or sad. Good. Gokchin, I definitely play a game. I prefer to play online games with my friend because while playing games or a game, I can gossip and with them and I don't feel alone. Good. 상덕, 문상덕님, I prefer to play online games with others because I can enjoy talking with my friends while gaming. That's also a verb. Good job. It's more exciting and fun. Well done. And just something, right? I really wouldn't want to know how to pronounce your name right because it's written in Chinese. Ja something jo. I cannot read Chinese in the right way. Anyway, I'd like to play with my friend, and it makes us. Okay, I'm gonna write it for you. It helps us get to know each other more. I think this is what you wanted to say, right? And Yun, I prefer to play online games with others because it's more exciting, so I can relieve my stress. Great. And Sanghyun, I prefer to play online games with my friends because it is more funny than playing games alone. Also, I can share my opinions with my friends. Now, you have to be clear about the word funny and fun. In case of games, the word fun suits better because games are fun, right? Now, funny is something like jokes, okay? Something like jokes. So games are not jokes, it's just fun. So you would say it's more fun. It's more fun than funny, okay? Good. All right. Loved all of your answers. Now let me say it in 15 seconds. Let's see how much I could say. Well, it depends. If my friends have enough time, we would meet online and play online games together because it's more fun and more exciting. We can compete with each other. But if they don't have time, then sometimes I play online games alone. It's okay. I said so much. Okay, so it's Jiang Wei Hao. Jiang Wei Hao. And I know there are 4 tones. I'm sorry if I'm not putting the tones right, but it's Jiang Wei Hao. Jiang. Because in Korean, we say Kang for that word, but it's Jiang Wei Hao. Jiang, Mr. Jiang. We do also have that name, Jiang, right? Okay, the last one is, do you tend to read the instructions before playing an online game? Do you tend to read the instructions before playing an online game? And share your thoughts with me. What do you guys do? I mean, I tried. Recently, I have a student who's really good at playing League of Legends. So she's been telling me these instructions on what I should do with this role, what I should do with this role. There are several roles there. And, some roles can do this and some roles can do that. So I've been learning from her. I think without instructions, it's nearly impossible to play that game. It's quite complicated. I mean, I'm a first generation of online game player. I used to play something called StarCraft, if you know what I mean. It's like long time ago kind of game. I think they play, but it's been upgraded several times. So I'm pretty sure the ones that you guys play these days are not the same version that I used to play back in the days when I was in college. But I used to be an avid online game player. I used to play online games a lot. And I really love to make strategies with like in my team and, try to kill the opponent. And defeat them. It was fun. But even in order to play that game called StarCraft, you needed to know what to do with each of those like characters, like how to play with Protoss, how to play with Terrans, and those kind of things. So anyways, you need to know how to play the game. So I would definitely, in my case, I would definitely read the instructions. Yeah. But I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys naturally know how to play online games. So let me know what you would say. And by the way, the thing that I just said would be my answer, actually. The thing that I just said would be my answer. Yeah. Take a note of it. Wow. I don't know. Tonight is a Friday night, but it really does feel like a Friday night because I've been teaching until really late at night these days, until like 1 a.m. because sometimes I teach people in Vietnam and we have 2 hours difference, right? And sometimes I teach people in Shanghai, and I also teach people in, where is that? In Costa Rica. So we have a time difference. So sometimes I have to, teach my students until really late at night, and I've been awake until like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning these days, awake. So yeah, but tonight, after the show, I have nothing to do. I have no classes, but because of COVID, I can't go out, right? But I'll be watching one of my favorite, oh, no, they're not doing that drama, aren't they? 오늘 펜트하우스 안 하죠? 오늘 올림픽 때문에. No! No! Because of the Olympics, I won't be able to watch my favorite show. Guys, it's called Penthouse. It's one of my favorite dramas. That's like literally the only drama that I've been watching these days. They're not doing it tonight. Damn it. Anyway. Okay. All right. Wow. Sorry. I've been chatting too long. 혁돌. I tend to read the instructions before playing an online game because I can get useful information. It's helpful to enjoy the game efficiently. Now, there's got to be an object. It's to enjoy the game efficiently. Wow. I love how you create the sentences, 혁돌. They're very easily made. They're very easy to get through. Very well done. And Yuji. It depends on the situation, but I usually read the instructions because the rules are so complicated. Wow. And every single expressions and words used are all correct. Good. 12번째 초밥님. 왜 12번째 초밥일까요? The name in English would be the 12th sushi. Why the 12th sushi? Is that because it's the last piece? Okay, yes, because I'm not good at playing games. It's got to be playing a game or games. It's countable. So I used to read instructions before I started a game. I always. When you say used to, it means something that you used to do in the past, but you don't do it anymore. So used to means something you don't do anymore. So in this case, it doesn't mean, the meaning that you want to deliver. So you would say, I always read instructions before I start a game. Jeremy, I do think that it is really important to read the instructions before playing online games because I need to know how to play it effectively. Good job. I like your answer. Subin, yes, I tend to read the instructions before playing an online game because it is very helpful. Last week, I tried to play an online game called League of Legends. However, I didn't know how to do and what to do, so how to play the game or how to do it. There's got to be an object. Or what to do is fine. So I read READ, the instructions about the game, and it was very useful. I was able to learn how to play, okay? And that is why I think so. Play is fine. Good. Anderson, let me see your answer. Wow, so many people participating tonight. No, normally I don't read it before playing online games. There's gotta be S. I like to play the games, learn details simultaneously. Okay. Oh, let me tell you something. I like to learn as I play it. I like to learn as I play it. It means that you don't read the instructions, but as you play it, you're learning one by one, okay? Okay, and Fan, I do because if we don't read the instruction, we can't know. We can't know or we don't know. Ooh, very well. The orders would be we can't know how to play the game right. How to play the game well. Okay, that's the right order. And size easy. Actually, I tend to read the instructions. The reason why I read it is because I can learn how to play some new games I haven't played before. So I think it's more helpful for me. Good. Your English is good, Sai. Hyun, yes, I do because it is very important for you to know the structure of the game and you can also have some good strategy to perform it better. Good. Also, Gok Trin, I usually read the instruction before playing. There's got to be an ing there. Before playing a game. That makes me. There's got to be an S, understand, the rule of the game. And I can take advantage of all the functions of the game that I haven't known yet. That I don't know yet. Okay? Oh, Namdo, you were here too. I tend to have my friends teach me how to play the game because they will show some useful examples so I don't have to read the long and boring instructions. I would go with your answer. Mr. Jang, I'll prefer to study instruction before playing it, before ing. Okay, so guys, I think you guys are confused here. Before has to be before I play the game or before playing the game. Okay, so it's never before play, it's before playing, or it's got to be a sentence, a full sentence. Okay, oh, it did mean the last piece. 12번째 초밥. Okay, Union. I tend to read the instruction before playing a game, playing an online game. First of all, I can get useful tips and some information from the instructions, and it'll be helpful to play the game. Okay, Sangda. I tend to read the instructions before playing an online game. Wow, finally somebody got it right. Before playing an online game. First, there are many websites that offer information about games, so I can get useful tips and practical advices from it. Now, Sangdeok, here's a practical tip for you. Tips and advice. I always put these two words together. Now, tips is countable, but advice is uncountable. Yeah, you can't say advice is. All right? Just keep that in mind. All right. So I will try to complete my answer in 30 seconds. Well, I think I tend to read the instructions before playing an online game because in most cases, I don't know how to play online games. I'm, totally new to this world. Like recently, I tried to play the game called League of Legends. It's a popular game. However, I didn't know how to play it. So before playing that game, I had to read the instructions, I had to hear some explanations from my friends, and then finally, I was able to play a game. However, it was still difficult. Okay, I said a lot. I was able to say a lot. I got some tips and advice from you guys. Thank you. Great job. Now we're moving on to part 4. And this is something that we've been seeing a lot recently. Okay, let me cover up half of my face here. It says Killian Art School Students Film Festival. All right. So there's a film festival, and actually Killian is the name of my elementary school that I used to go to in Los Angeles. Yeah, when I was 7, I moved to Los Angeles first, and I went to this elementary school called Killian. It was Killian Elementary School. And here, it's just Killian Art School Students Film Festival. It's held on Saturday, November 9th at Plymouth Royal Cinema. That's the place. And on the left side is the time. next to the time, there's the movies and the genre. It wouldn't be necessary to read the word genre. You can just say it is an animation movie, it's an adventure movie, it's an action movie, it's a family drama. You can say drama movie or whatever. It's a romance movie, it's a mystery, or it's a mystery movie, okay? And you can say the director is somebody, or you can say it is directed by somebody. You can say it in a passive voice. So you would say it is directed by somebody. And finally, the locations. All right. I would say it in two ways. I would say you can watch the movies in theater D, because there's the main cinema, the theater, and then there would be the separate small rooms. So those rooms would be indicated with the preposition in. So you would say you can watch the movie in theater B, or you can say it will be held, or it will be shown. It will be shown. The movie will be shown. It will be shown in theater D. That's how I would say it. Okay? All right. So you got all the information there. Okay. And here is the first sentence, everybody. The first sentence here is, hi, my name is Ellen Whittaker, and I'm planning to join the film festival, which will be held next month. And before I plan anything, I would like to check on some details. Could you please help me out? Well, first of all, when will it take place, and where is the exact location of the festival? When will it take place, and where is the exact location of the festival? That's the first question, everyone. Where and when? It's your turn now. Share with me your answers. What are you gonna say? When will it take place, and where is the exact location? What will you say? Oh God, I don't know why. I'm in a very good mood today. 협돌. The festival will be held on November 9th, Saturday, at Plymouth Royal Cinema. Now, a lot of Korean people do not get that right. It's Saturday, November 9th, okay? Remember that. It's Saturday, November 9th. So the day comes first, and then the number of the date. Subin, Sai. The festival will be held on the 9th of November on Saturday at Plymouth Royal Cinema. Well, that was nicely put. Well done. Subin, it'll take place on Saturday, November 9th, and it will be held at the Plymouth Royal Cinema. Please remember that. Okay. So the way Subin Her said it is like a textbook kind of way. Okay. You can say it will take place on Saturday, November 9th, and it will be held at Plymouth Royal Cinema. Bye bye, Yun Yun. See you next time. And Sangdok, the festival will take place on Saturday, November 9th. Its location is the Plymouth Royal Cinema. There is no problem saying its location is, but it's better to say it will be held or it will take place. Okay? Use the verb form, not the be verb form. Good. And Pablo, the film festival will be held on Saturday, November 9th at the Plymouth Royal Cinema. You don't necessarily have to say the in front of the name, Plymouth Royal Cinema. Okay? Great job. Guys, I'm going to move on to the second question. Ready? All right. The second question is, even if I go there, I would have to leave at 3 p.m. for some personal matters. Will I get to miss anything if I leave at 3 p.m.? Even if I go there, I would have to leave at 3 p.m. I mean, for some personal matters. Will I get to miss anything if I leave at 3 p.m.? You know, even if I go there, I would have to leave at 3 for some personal matters. Will I get to miss anything if I leave at 3 p.m.? Guys? Okay, we're moving on to the second question, but I'm gonna have a look at your answer, Yuji. Yuji, you said it will be held on November 9th and will take place at Plymouth Royal Cinema. Yeah, it's okay to not put it in front of that sentence because you're sharing the same subject, which is it. Good job. Okay, the second question again. If I go there, I would have to leave at 3 p.m. for some personal matters. Will I get to miss anything if I leave at 3 p.m.? Will I get to miss anything, everyone? Will I? You know, when I make these test sets, I check them over and over again. I just really need to have somebody else look at it. There are always typos existing. Like after the word cinema, there shouldn't be a bracket there, but there is one. So anyway, yeah, oh, Tadashi, finally I see something from you. The festival will end at 2:30 p.m. There is nothing you're going to miss. Don't worry about it. Okay, there's nothing you're going to miss. Don't worry about it. Love it. And actually, the last session, 혁돌, the last session is scheduled from 1 to 2:30 p.m. So it's okay. Good, good. Namdo, I guess you will not miss any performances if you leave at 3 p.m. because the festival will end at 2:30 p.m. Great. 상덕, fortunately, the festival will end at 2:30, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't miss any movies. No, it's better to say you won't. It's something that will happen in the future, so it will not. You won't miss any movies. WON''T, right? Rami, actually no, you won't miss anything. It'll finish at 2:30 p.m. So you don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. Rami, you don't have to worry about it, okay? Fortunately, Sai, all of the festivals, no. It's not all of the festivals. There's only one festival and there will be several movies, okay? There's only one festival. Sai, so I think you're getting something wrong. So the festival will finish. The festival will finish at 2:30 p.m. So no worries. That's very casual. Good. Goktrin, no, don't worry. The film festival will finish at 2:30. Right? Past. So you don't miss anything. Great. Ho-A. Oh, this is the first time seeing your name. Sure, you can do that because the festival will finish at 2:30. Good. And Pablo, you would not miss anything as the festival is finishing at 2:30 p.m. Please make sure you attend it and have a great time. So Pablo Alvarez, where are you from? Oh, which part of the world are you from? Your name, I can guess. I mean, I've seen your names, like similar names like yours in the States. So I guess you're not coming from the States, right? People from the States wouldn't take this test. So let me know where you're coming from, Pablo. Very interesting. Jiang, Mr. Jiang, hi Williams. I think that you don't need to worry about the situation since the last activity will end. Because this is something that will happen in the future. Will end at 2:30 p.m. Okay, Sai? Okay, I know. I think you misunderstood. It's a festival and there are many movies, right? Uruguay. Wow. People in Uruguay take this test too? Wow. It's amazing. I'm getting like worldwide viewers now for this test. I think I should publish a book internationally. Living in Vietnam. Yeah, so many people are living in Vietnam, right? Yeah, I know. So people are going, like everyone. Okay, by the way, we're still on question 3 there. When I used to live in Shanghai, it was the early 2000s, and everybody from all over the world, people in their 20s, like the college graduates, they were coming in, they were flooding into Shanghai, they were flooding into Beijing, they were flooding into China because, that was the place to get a job back then. But now it is Vietnam, right? Now it's Vietnam. You got to go to Vietnam to get a job. So everyone is flying in there. 미오스와, is it? I prefer to play online games with others. It's so funny. We have good times with it. Oh, remember, it's not funny. Jokes are funny, but games are fun. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to move on to the last question, guys. The last question is, I'm a big fan of Pablo Diaz. Which of his movies will be featured at the film festival? I'm a big fan of Pablo Diaz. Coincidentally, the name Pablo appears here. I'm a big fan of Pablo Diaz. Which of his movies will be featured at the film festival? I'm a big fan of Pablo. Which of his movies will be featured at the festival? Let me know. Funny, huh? I didn't know Pablo will be here on the show today. Really. I'm a big fan of Pablo Diaz. Hello, Dongjin. Welcome to the show. We're still in the middle of the show. We have 2 more parts to go. You're welcome to join. Participate. Why did you raise your message? I saw it already. You said hello. Okay. The last question is, I'm a big fan of Pablo Diaz, and which of his movies will be featured at the film festival? Ooh, Tadashi. You can enjoy 2 movies directed by Pablo Diaz from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Quest will be played in Theater A, and from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. you can see Land of Untold in Theater C. Okay, Tadashi, this is the thing. See and watch seems to be same meaning, right? But normally when you say something about the movies, you would say watch a movie. You can watch a movie. You can watch the movie titled something something. So it's better to say you can watch, what's that? You can watch The Quest in Theater A, and you can watch Land of Untold in Theater C. Okay? Okay, good. 상덕, 문상덕님. There are 2 movies directed by Pablo Diaz. First, from 8 to 10, there will be a movie titled The Quest in Theater A, or you could say played in Theater A. The genre is adventure. Now, it's better to say it's an adventure movie than saying the genre is adventure, okay? I hope you get that right. It is an adventure movie. Like we say it's an action movie, right? The genre is action. It's a little awkward. You have to say it is an adventure movie. Of course, when you say the genre is adventure, everyone, all the English speakers would understand. But the natural way would be it is an adventure movie. Pablo, if you're a big fan of Pablo Diaz, you will need to attend his movie. You will have to watch. You will need to watch, right? It's not attend. It's watch his movie called The Quest at 8 a.m. Not attend, sorry. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. And Sangdok, second, from 1 to 2:30 p.m., The Land of Untold is shown in Theater C. The genre is mystery. Again, it is a mystery movie. Is a better way of saying that. Sangdok, I hope you understand. Lam Huan La, there are 2 movies directed by Pablo Diaz. The first one is The Quest, which takes place in Theater A. Normally, which will be played? It will be played in Theater A, or it will be shown in Theater A. Got it? Okay. Or you can even say this. Please go to Theater A to watch the movie. You can also say this. Okay? There's never one way of saying these kind of things, like this kind of information, okay? There are always other ways, several other ways. I'm just trying to show you some like best and simple ways to put them. Okay, I hope it was helpful, Sangdak. And The Quest, Sai. is scheduled from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And in the movie, you can watch his movie called Land of Untold. That's good. You can watch his movie called. I hope you have a great time. Good. All right, there are two from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You can watch a movie named. Normally, you wouldn't say named. I think it's better to say called or movie titled. Titled. Okay? Named is a little bit, you would say named for a person, named for a name of a restaurant or a cafe, but it's not a name. It's the title of a movie, right? It's an adventure movie with the title The Quest. It will be shown. It will be played. Because it's a movie, it will be played. The genre is mystery. Both of them are directed by Pablo Diaz. That's really good. Oh my god, I typed something but it doesn't show. Okay, let me type it again. Okay. All right, now it's showing. The second one is called, or second one is titled. The first one is titled something something. The second one is titled something something. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Doctrine, the second one is titled. Third one is titled. It will, when you want to talk about the hours, the length of the movie, you can say it is 1 hour long. Or it is 1.5 hours long. It is 1 hour and 30 minutes long. Yeah, we put that word long at the end. Got it? Got trend? Okay. All right. Oh, finally. Guys, it's the last time we're going to talk about this part. We got to say farewell to part 5. Bye-bye. It's going away. It's leaving us. Can you believe this? This part has been with us for the last 16 years, almost 16 years, and it's going away. We're getting rid of it. We got rid of it, actually. I think the two main reasons why, ETS got rid of this part is, first, we all use the same template. We've been using the same template over and over again. We can't deny that, we caused this problem on our own. Yeah. Everyone has their own template for part 5, right? And this is the one that we're using. Screenshot your phones, yeah, if you want to memorize this template for the very last test. All right, so because we've been using a template, everybody's been sharing very similar answers, right? So I think they were sick and tired of it. They were sick and tired of you and I, him and Ngok and Mr. Jang and whoever using the same template over and over again. And we would slightly change some sentences, right? And the situations given were so similar. They were always asking for marketing strategies. They were always saying that, they need to do some survey, but there are no participants. And these days, it's all about double booking or overbooking kind of situations. So situations were almost similar. And, because of that, our solutions were very, similar. So I think they were sick and tired of hearing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So, it was hard for them to rate us. It was really hard for them to find out what our actual speaking levels are. So I think that's why they got rid of it. That's the reason why they just got rid of it. Okay, so I have nothing more to say about this part because we won't be seeing this part anymore. But this weekend will be the very last time we'll be seeing or we'll be hearing this part. But anyways, there will be 2 tests held in Korea for the last time with this part. So here goes the very last message. Listen, everybody. This is the moment. Okay. Hello, this is Lucas Parker, and I'm the owner of Parker's Shoe Factory. As you know, our store is the oldest shoe store in the town of Birmingham, and we sell all kinds of shoes that fit our customer needs. It has been 50 years since my father first started his business, and we have been loved by so many locals for many years. As you can imagine, the store has gotten really old, so we have finally decided to renovate some parts of it. The renovation will last for about a month, and during that month, we'll be able to use only a half of the store. It wouldn't be big enough to display all the shoes necessary. I don't know what to do if we can't display everything for our customers to see when they visit the store. Now, since you're the store manager, I would like to hear your ideas on what we can do in order to minimize the inconvenience. Well, please think about this matter and call me back at 546-0029. Thank you. Bye. That is the very last message. That is the very last message of whoever that creator was in ETS. Okay. All right. So that was the message, everybody. That's the very last message that I'll be reading on this channel too. Live. Wow. You know, it was actually it was a lot of work to create passages for part 5. So actually I'm really happy because now whenever I recreate the test sets, I don't have to think about part 5. It's a long passage that I have to create. So I'm really happy actually, but I'm sort of sad because for some students, this was a part where they could earn points, you know. If you're good at listening, if you have that listening skills, it was a part where this part would earn you some points to get higher scores. But anyways, we gotta say farewell. We gotta say goodbye. Bye-bye, part 5, right? So that was the situation, guys. It's something very familiar. Yeah, it's a shoe store and they have gotten old, so they're doing a renovation and they don't have enough space to display. I understand you're the owner of the shoe store and planning to renovate the store. So we're not going to have enough space to display all of our shoes. You need some ideas to solve this problem. Tadashi, whenever I see your English, I'm astonished. I mean, like, your English is superb. It's great, you know. The only thing that you'll need to work on, I'm pretty sure, is the pronunciation. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I could help with that because for a lot of my Korean students, I help them a lot on improving their intonation and pronunciation. Yeah, and the linking sounds. It's something that we share in common, the Koreans and the Japanese. Yeah, it's because of our mother language, the mother tongue language, the Korean way of talking and Japanese way of talking. Yuji, why did you cancel it? Tadashi, I took the test 2 weeks ago because it was the last chance to answer the post. You were a maniac for this part. I'll miss this question. Oh, hey, I've seen your videos recently and they've been improving a lot. You've been working on those videos. Nice job. 문상덕님, I received. You have to say I received because it's already happened, right? So I received your message and understand that our store will be renovated. So we can use only half of the store, but you want to minimize our customers' inconvenience. Wow, you know how to use this expression. Nicely put. Well done. So I think you guys understand the situation. Whereas a lot of students last weekend said, well, I didn't know. I wasn't able to understand what they were talking about. Well, fortunately, my students, I covered this kind of situation a lot. So they should have known that this kind of situation will appear on the test. They always say there's a store, but half of the store is under construction, or half of the store's like ceiling is leaking, so they can't use it, or half of the store like this will be going under renovation, so they can't use the other half. So they can only use the other half, and they have limited space to display the products, right? It comes out all the time, and I'm pretty sure for the last 2, 3, whatever, several tests, they're gonna put out something very similar. Oh, Pablo, the new section, actually, they're not adding a new section. They're getting rid of part 5 And they're giving us 2 questions for part 2, which is the picture part. Yeah. So we have now 5 parts. What used to be part 6 is now going to be called part 5. It's announced on ETS website. So we have 5 parts. 2 questions for part 1, which is reading. 2 questions for part 2, which is describing picture. 3 questions for part 3. 3 questions for part 4, and last question is express your opinion. Yeah, so that will be still total of 11 questions. I hope it clarifies. Yuji, I heard that you're renovating your store. It seems that you can't use enough space to show all your items. Okay, it's not you can't, Yuji, it's you don't have enough space to show all your items. You don't have enough space. Yeah, it's not you can't, or you can't use enough space to, you don't have enough space, yeah. The problem is you don't have enough space to show all of your items. I think this is what you wanted to say, Yuji. Pablo. Perfect. Many thanks. Yeah. Actually, so it's easier for most of you to prepare for the test because now you don't have to study for 6 parts, but you should only study for 5 parts. So what you need to do is work on part 2 because the answering time has been reduced. It used to be 45 seconds, but now they're reducing it to 30 seconds. So that is quite tricky. Okay. So guys, what do you think would be the solutions? Yeah, in this case, what do you guys think would be the solutions? Oh my gosh, are you guys not showing interest for this part because you guys are not taking the test this weekend? Hello, this is Subin. I heard that you are Lucas Parker, the owner of the shoe factory. However, there's a problem because the store is very old and you've decided to renovate some of our place. Why don't you open an online store? It would be helpful. Also, why don't you explain the situation to the customer and give a discount if they visit your store and buy them? Buy items, good. Yep, these days a lot of store owners are getting rid of their store because they can't pay the rent, and you don't have to pay the rent anymore because everything's happening online, and we're ordering delivery things, we're using delivery service everywhere in the world. So I think this is a great idea, right? Just open an online store. That would solve the problem and give a discount to people who visit your store. Good. Taiji, I think it's a good idea to be placed in the store, be put on the photo or information display. Okay, I think what Taiji wants to say is, I think it's a good idea to make a catalog where's that? Catalog of your product. What about this? Make a pamphlet. Make a catalog. I think it is a good idea to make a catalog and introduce your products. How's that, Teiji? Yuji, you're gonna miss it too? Tadashi, first, I think it would be good to make an online store and have tablets ready at the store so that people can see all of your shoes. Okay, good. And also, Tadashi, how about using our storage as a temporary display area? That should be helpful. Wow, this is a good answer, guys. I think Tadashi's second, answer, which is how about using our storage or storage room as a temporary display area? Okay, let me correct that a little bit. How about using our storage room as a temporary display area? Oops, typo. Area. Nice idea, Tadashi. Thank you for sharing that with us. And Yuji, why don't you use outside of the... Okay. Yuji, I'm going to correct your answer for you. Why don't you display some shoes in front of the store? That's also a good idea. Yeah, there are indeed some stores where they display products in front of their stores, right? Like fruit stores like to do that, and vegetable stores. And in fact, the supermarket downstairs on the first floor of my apartment, they do it too. They display things outdoors. So that's a great idea, Yuji. Oh my gosh, we have like abundant like options to choose from. Great. Pablo, I'd like to give you some suggestions about your issue with limited space. I believe it would be a very useful strategy if you promote your shoe shop by creating an online website or on social media. Now, anything on the internet, you add an on in front of it. So on social media, you would say on Facebook. You could say on Instagram, on... I recently bought something on iHerb.com. Do you guys use this website? I'm like, my mom loves to order things here, so she's always asking me to buy something. Hey, I need this vitamin C, I need vitamin D, and then one day a vitamin B. I'm telling my mom, order them at once. Don't, give these orders one by one. I have to place an order on iHerb like every single week. But anyways, anything online goes with the preposition on. Okay, Pablo? That's the only thing you're missing. You got wrong there. Okay, great. Guys, I think I know what to say. I know what to say. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to listen to the last, but not least, the very last answer of part 5? I'm going to miss this part. I'm going to miss it. I think this is going to be the official last time to say the answer for this part. Okay, guys, here you go. Hello, this is Gwen. Yeah, I'm the store manager of your shoe store. Yeah, I got this message saying that we'll be renovating our store because our store is really old and we'll be only able to use the half of the store because of the renovation. And you're worried because you don't know what to do when we're not going to be able to display all the shoes in the store because of the limited space. So you'd like to get some help with this matter. Well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about the situation. However, I'm happy to say that there is a way to help you out. And after looking into the situation, I came up with the following suggestions. And first of all, why don't we, sell shoes online from now on? I mean, people do online shopping these days, so that would be very helpful. And moreover, why don't we display some shoes in front of our store? We have some space there, so that should be no problem, right? So those are my suggestions, and I got cut off. But I said everything. I said everything that you guys suggested, and I'm very proud, and I think that's going to be the very last time I'm going to be presenting an answer for part 5. Okay, farewell. Goodbye, part 5. We had a nice time with you. Yeah, it was fun studying you. Okay, this is the last question of the night. It's going to be, do you agree or disagree that it is necessary to have a good leader in order for a team to succeed? Give specific reasons and details to support your opinion. And I think this is a very classic question. We see this leader question all the time, right? So for my students, this is a piece of cake. It's really easy to say an answer for this question. I believe it would be. So while you guys read and think about this question, advertise on social media, such as Zoom, okay? 문상덕님, you have to say, it will work. It will work. It will work, or it should work. And I suggest you offer delivery service for free for a limited time. Okay? 상덕, your ideas are great too. Okay, so the question is, do you agree or disagree that it is necessary to have a good leader in order for a team to succeed? Now, in your answers provided, some people always ask me, teacher, teacher, teacher. And by the way, don't call me teacher, just call me Gwen. Yeah, That's fine. Especially when you're speaking English, people go by their names, or you could just call me Ms. Gwen. If you don't feel comfortable just calling me Gwen, okay? But anyways, I've been talking about this with my students all the time, and whenever you're doing part 6, you don't have to provide 2 reasons, okay? 1 reason is enough, and even if you say 1 reason, you are eligible to get level 8. You can get perfect score, even if you just say 1 reason, okay? I always do that. I always get perfect score. There's no problem with that. So you don't have to come up with 2, reasons. Just 1. You need to have a good leader because that would be a helpful thing, right? They would help you a lot. They have more experience and they would have leadership and they would suggest plans and ideas and people would follow that leader and we would have a direction and it would be very helpful. But the thing is, you have only 30 seconds to think about this question. And for some people, 30 seconds is not enough time to create a story, a supportive story. So I always give you that story, right? I think it's necessary to have a good leader. Most of all, a team leader plays a very important role in it. Okay, good. A very good start. I'm motivating them to stay focused. Very good start, Hyun. Now you need an example for that. Again, refreshing. There's still ice in that cup. Indoctrin. I think it's important to have a good leader. It's helpful, yes. There were many problems among us. For example, we had different ideas, opinions, then we had arguments. As a result, we did not come up with any suggestions. Now, I believe it is necessary, Mr. Jung, to have a good leader in order for a team to succeed. A member of my team, he volunteered to be a team leader. He guided every member in the group, shared the amount of work, and made up important decisions. He guided us. He gave us directions. He made the decisions. And all we had to do was follow him. Finally, everything was good, and we finished our presentation very well, thanks to the team leader. That he was such a great role model. Hyun, I really liked your answer. Yeah. It's a good answer. It's a good enough answer to get maybe level 7, 170. Sangdok님, first, team members can ask for help easily so they can learn a lot from a good leader. These days, there are many team partners. Okay. Now, the way you answer, Sangdok님, you would have a hard time fulfilling 1 minute. That's why I always tell my students to create a story, an example story that would support the idea that you are supporting. Okay? Tashar Kadam, hello. Welcome to the show. I think we're at the very end of the show, but thanks for joining. Hyokdol, I agree that most of all it is helpful for teamwork, so we can share our opinions and help each other. In my case, when I was in college, I had many team projects, and sometimes we had problems. But our leader had good communication skills and was succeeded our project. Now, for this question, in your answer, you should emphasize that your leader had leadership. He was a good leader. You should emphasize that he was a good leader with good communication skills. He was a good leader with open heart. He understood everybody. He listened to everyone's problem. He was a good leader. The main focus has to be on that thing, being a good leader, not his communication skills, okay? Your team didn't succeed because of the communication skills, but because there was a good leader. Okay, that should be the focus. All right. Mr. Zhang, and there is my following reasons to support my opinion. First of all, a good leader delegates the response. Okay, you don't have to say there is my following reason. Just say for example. Yeah. And just go right in with the example. Because again, 1 minute is not that long. 1 minute is not that long, guys. Responsibility. Yeah, that's what I thought. I would talk about my company, ABC Company, and I would talk about my team, which I go with is always the marketing team. And I would talk about my leader, Tom, and what features he had as the leader, his leadership. he listened. He would talk to, and he would give us directions and blah, 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 things like that. So I would emphasize a lot of things about my leader, how good he was, and because of him, thanks to him, we were able to succeed our projects all the time. Pablo, I strongly believe it is essential to have a good leader in order to succeed and who knows how to guide us at work and conduct us to fulfill our goals faster. Now, that was a very long sentence, Pablo, and you would have a hard time making up that long sentence at the test site. So try to break that up into maybe 2 or 3 sentences. I think that should be possible. All right. I think I've seen enough examples. I think we're getting towards the end of the show, so I think you guys are getting tired. Maybe? Okay, so I will share my answers with you. My answer. Okay, here it goes. Well, I agree that it is necessary to have a good leader in order for a team to succeed. And there are several reasons to support my opinion. And most of all, I think it is very helpful for a team to succeed. It's necessary. For example, last year I got a job at ABC Company and I worked in the marketing department. And there were so many projects, so we had to work day and night, and there were so many things to do. So we were always busy and we were exhausted. Sometimes we had some problems at work and we had lots of conflicts. But luckily, we had a very nice leader, the team leader named Tom. He always took care of those matters. He would listen to everybody. He would propose solutions. He would give us tips and advice, and he would share his experience with us. And thanks to his wisdom, we were able to overcome lots of problems, and our team was always successful. And that is why I think so. Okay, guys, in order, the reason why I'm always able to complete my answer within that time limit is because I'm always looking at the timer. I'm looking at the same screen like you guys. I'm looking at the timer. That's why I know when I'll be running out of time. That's why I know how to time my answer. That's why I know, oh, this is about the time I have to say this and that, and this is about the time that's when I have to say that is why I think so. Yeah. So that is how I fit my answer in 1 minute. It's not because I rehearse. I never rehearse my shows. This is like a thing that I do promptly. So yeah, I'm looking at the timer all the time. So make sure you guys use your timers on your phone when you're practicing for TOEIC speaking test. Wow, that was a very fun show, actually. I was really looking forward to talking to you guys this month because so many things happened this month, and I really wanted to talk to you guys about the new, the changes that are happening on the new TOEIC speaking test. It's actually the 3rd change. We're facing the 3rd change, and it is a big change because we're getting rid of one part. Goodbye, part 5. And we're adding a question to part 2. So this is a big change happening to the TOEIC speaking community. But I think we can, deal with it. I'm pretty sure the strategies that I gave you earlier for part 2 would help you a lot when you guys are taking the test on the 7th of August, which will be the first time presenting this new format. So if you have any questions getting ready for that test, let me know. Leave the comments below on this video and I'll be glad to help you. And after that test, I will be returning with a review because I'll be taking that test on that day myself, and I want to experience it myself to see how short that time feels like for part 2 and what it's like to not have part 5 and how that everything would affect my level. Which I think will get perfect score, but still. And some of my students will be taking the test on the 7th of August. So let's talk about it, okay? So if there are any of you out there, who will be taking, the test, the first the changed new version of the test, be back and I will, check out the video, okay? Maybe I'll do a live on that. But anyways, so let's see. So fruitful Jiang, Mr. Jiang, I finally get to read your name. Thank you. Hyun, good night. Thanks for the thank you for the useful lecture. And Pavlo, thank you so much for your genuine help. I really had a good time. I had a great time, giving you guys tips. This is like very fun time for me. Yeah. And in the time like COVID, we don't have much to do outside. So why not spend the time studying and having some fun with English, right? Okay, Lam Hyun Nien La, thank you for your warm guidance. Okay, see you next time. Oh, and I gotta tell you the time. Yes, in August, I'll be presenting the show on the, let's say 27th. Yes, because we have a lot of people going on vacations. No, let's do it on the 20th, because after the change has been made, I think it's better to do a show faster. Let's meet back on August 20th, guys, on Friday, August 20th. And until then, guys, take care, stay safe, and I will see you back here on August 20th. Until then, bye.